What's up, YouTube? This your boy Heartless coming at you guys with another one. Unfortunately, today we are a man short. It's just me and my boy Aiden. Um, we're gonna start off with our intro news. Who is Aiden? Now go ahead and start off, my brother.
Hey guys, how you doing? This is Aiden4673, otherwise who is Aiden4673. We want to start off with Soldier Boy being charged with felony firearms possession after being arrested last month. Again, now here's the thing. Last month he posted a $35,000 bail to get him out of jail and whatnot, and pleaded with the judge not to send him to jail because he was too small. He get passed around like a pipe. Now, I don't know you, but Soldier Boy is about like 130 pounds, 5'9". I think they would have a lot of fun with him, with young Draco up in prison and whatnot. Good thing the judge decided not to send him to jail. But here's the thing: he may be going to jail because he faces up to 4 years.
Mm.
In the firearms possession case going on and whatnot. Flashing guns, threatening people. He has a new one where he's actually with the Crips, threatening to beat up Chris Brown. I mean, the man is doing it to himself. I hate to say this, but maybe Soldier Boy needs to actually go to jail. What do you think, Heartless?
Yeah, I definitely agree, man. Like that boy is definitely need to be taught a lesson. Like he's doing the most right now. Like it's crazy. It doesn't make no sense whatsoever. He's not only embarrassing African American people, but he's just an embarrassment in general. Like it's just like, come on, you're putting a bad example for people who actually consider themselves in the hip hop culture as far as rapping and etc. He's just basically a bad example, man. Like, come on, man. If you're trying to get attention, you got to find a better way or a different way to get attention. This is not the way to get attention.
Exactly. That's not the way to get attention. And here's the thing about these artists and whatnot. Well, it's really about the people. You got people trying to get out the hood, and these artists are trying to go back.
Yeah.
And it sends the wrong message to the kids and just people in general, not reality and whatnot. Like, that's not realistic. They have money and whatnot, and they trying to build up a fan base, but that's the wrong way about going about it. Because now you got these little kids, everybody carrying the gun, everybody worried about swag more than, paying, bills and things of that nature, and trying to be just seen and, have some exposure. That's not the right way to go about life in general. And these people are just setting a bad example. And I think he needs to go to jail for at least a couple months. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go as far as a year because he's always doing, always on that BS, and he needs to, learn an exam, learn his lesson that you don't sit there and threaten people. You don't sit there and start things with people. You just handle your business and go on about life. And I think a year in jail would do him pretty good, especially since he's still young. That's my input on it.
Okay. Now, what else you got for us for our intro news, my brother?
Drake, Drake. He's been on the Hot 100 chart for about, what is it, 400 weeks. He's been there since 2009, people. And he just passed Lil Wayne as far as consecutive weeks on the Hot 100. So big ups to him and whatnot. He's always dishing out those hits. It seems like every couple months he got a new hit, and people can't get enough of him. So yeah, big shout out to him. Keep cranking out them hits, and keep doing your thing, brother. And I just want to say, real quick, on a serious note, I want to say rest in peace to Q, the creator of World Star Hip Hop. He's 42 years old. He died in his sleep and whatnot. And yeah, just rest in peace to that man. You gave us a lot of great content. You gave basically another outlet for artists and just people who want to be heard, a way for them to get their videos, to get their music out to the world and whatnot. And big ups to Q, man. And may his family be okay, and may he rest in peace. He seemed like a good black man and whatnot. He fed his team. I remember a few years ago, he bought his team chains, like iced out chains, World Star Hip Hop chains and whatnot, for just being a good crew and whatnot and rolling with them. So I mean, yeah, he was a good entrepreneur, obviously. Good black entrepreneurs today. So yeah, man, rest in peace to him. Rest easy, big brother. And yeah,
All right, that's what's up, man. Thanks for letting us. Is there anything else we got to cover on the intro news before we get on to today's topic?
nope. Let's talk about that heat.
All right, let's bring that heat. All right, for all my listeners out there, y'all already know what time it is. We just got some leaked information from Digital Foundry. Well, I didn't personally get it, but it's basically going around the internet about some leaked details about the Xbox Scorpio. It's this white paper that has been going around that everybody's talking about and everybody's going crazy about it. It's basically talking about the teraflops and it's talking about as far as how it's going to go as far as going as far as working on the 4K. We don't know if it's going to be native 4K, but we do know they're going to go into a different direction, such as the checkerboarding, sparse rendering, which is similar to what the PlayStation 4 Pro is doing. Me personally, I kind of find it. Me personally, I'm one of the guys that's not nitpicky. I'm not. Just because I hear this information, I'm not like, oh my god, I want to get that native 4K. I need to get the native. But to be honest with you, as long as the game looks good, that's all I freaking care about. My main concern is campaign. I want to see the story mode succeed. I want the frames per second. I'm more of a frames per second guy. So if this console could definitely produce 60 frames per second locked, if not locked or even better, then I'm all for it. I'm all for it. As far as the checkerboarding and all that other stuff that everybody's going crazy about, that's not going to bother me at all, people. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, as long as it comes out and it looks good, that's all that matters to me. To be honest with you, because I would rather see something that comes out and is booming, but at the same time, what I'm trying to say is, you can't please everybody. So regardless of what Microsoft do, somebody's going to find some fault into it. Basically, like for instance, they have to try to cut corners, but at the same time meet expectations to the average consumer and hardcore gamers because they don't want to go over a certain price. Now, if they want to, okay, they're getting rid of the SRAM and all kinds of other stuff that they're getting rid of, but at the same time, they had to cut corners and make some compromises to make that price limit. Now, it hasn't been confirmed, but we're looking at a price variant of $399, $400. Now, keep in mind, if you had to meet that price, it's only but so much technology that could squeeze in that box to make it affordable for them to get a profit too. Because at the end of the day, it's all about profit and return on investment. We are nothing but dollars, walking dollar signs. Am I lying?
No,
Right. So that's basically that's basically my input on it. Also, from what I'm reading is the GPU in the Scorpio has around 4.5 times the compute power of the current Xbox One, which is damn good. Like that's beast. That's real beast. Xbox One is not is it came out, but it came out underpowered. It pretty much came out not I don't want to say it came out not doing well, but it came out with the right games and everything like that. It just was underpowered. I honestly feel like if the Xbox One, what they're doing now with the Xbox Scorpio should have been done with the Xbox One. In all honesty, I really felt like they didn't know what Sony was going to bring to the table. That's why when they saw Sony come out with that GDDR5 RAM, they was like, oh my god, you know. And it was like, damn, well, we got the SRAM to try to counterclockwise that. But from what I'm reading on the Xbox Scorpio is not going to need that because they got a lot of teraflops backing them up, and they got a decent amount of RAM backing them up as well. So they're not going to need to cut corners as much as they had to with the Xbox One. But they still are going to have to cut corners as far as for pricing. Now, from what else that I was reading, is that other than the GPU, it's going to have 4 times the L2 cache that gives it more evidence of the 6 teraflop GPU. Now, I have no idea what the L2 cache is, but it sounds pretty damn good. I'm to be honest with you. But as far as a lot of the stuff that I've read up on this console, and I'm still reading up on it, and from Phil Spencer himself, he's tweeted numerous of times that he done played games on it and tested it out, and it's going to run pretty good. Now, my main concern is being that the Scorpio will not have the SRAM inside of it. My main concern is how would it be able to process and read games that's from the Xbox One? Is it possible to run games on the Xbox Scorpio that's, as for backwards compatibility, that's what I'm trying to say is are they going to be able to find a way to put it on the Xbox One, like a disc from the Xbox One onto the Xbox Scorpio? Are they going to find a way to make it backwards compatibility disc wise instead of just backwards compatibility digitally? You get what I'm saying? That's one of my main concerns because Phil Spencer definitely kept throwing it out there. Yo, we gonna make a console. It's gonna be backwards compatible. You don't ever have to worry about losing your games ever again. Now, that's my main concern because a lot of the games that's for the Xbox One that's made to support the SRAM because it's a different type of technology because the PlayStation 4 Pro doesn't support that. So devs have to create the game a certain way in order for it to process and be read efficiently on the Xbox One. Now, with that being said, back to what I was saying earlier, is my main concern is would I be able to be backwards compatible via
Yeah,
disc instead of instead of
it will.
digitally. So hopefully it will, hopefully it will. But I want to see. I'm excited to see how. You get what I'm saying? So I'm definitely looking
Right.
forward to E3 2017 because it's definitely they're about to bring some real serious fucking heat. They're about to bring some serious fucking heat. But another concern I have is exclusives. We're really looking real sparse when it comes to exclusives because after losing Scalebound, the Xbox community is looking real sparse right now when it comes to games because we need some games. We need something to play on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You as a PC gamer, you know how important it is to have an exclusive, right?
Right.
So it's even though moving digitally is the future, don't get me wrong, it is the future because me myself, I have 5 terabytes of a hard drive that sits on top of my Xbox One, and I don't do nothing but download games. But sometimes, occasionally, I get a disc copy of something, which is pretty much rarely now. The reason why is
Right. It's
because,
like
go ahead.
no, it's like nostalgia reasons, just like being able to still go into a store and whatnot and buy a copy of something. It really takes you back and whatnot. And it reminds you why you started playing games in the first place. And it just brings back memories and whatnot. Today it is all about downloading video games, and stores will become obsolete in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like it just takes you back. Going into a GameStop, I'm really not Best Buy, but going into a GameStop, going into a Walmart even. Remember those days, Walmart buying PS2 titles or whatever, and buying a physical copy of a game reminds you why you started playing games in the first place. It takes you back. It gives you memories, and that's a good thing. That's a good feeling to have. Uh, but that's the reason.
Oh yeah, and definitely that's one of the concerns I had, and also back to going digitally, I really feel like digital is the future. Like it or not, digital is definitely the future. I can't tell you the last time when I bought a disc copy. The reason why I pick digital over disc now is because I can play another game while the other one is downloading and installing. See, if I got nothing but CD copies of games, if I'm downloading and installing one, then I'm assed out sitting there waiting 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
True, true. The thing about it, I get what you're saying completely. I love downloading the games and being able to play something else and whatnot. But I mean, usually a physical disc copy is a little bit cheaper, depending on where you get it from.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing about the disc copy is it has to download to the storage anyway.
Right,
The
right.
only reason and whatnot is like, yeah, it has to download to the hard drive anyway. And the only time you have to put it back in is, I guess, for like security reasons to make sure. I guess for them to basically know that you still that you bought the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason. Or yeah, you need to put the disc in now for whatever blah 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 whatever
Mm-hmm.
pops up on the screen. And that's just I guess their way of knowing if you bought the game or not. If you didn't just borrow it from a friend to download it and give it back to them or whatnot, spread out copies. But it's going to be on the hard drive anyway. That's the frustrating part about it. And a lot of people, I've seen friends who would not get upset when they have to put the disc back in for like whatever, like I said, security reasons, or because the council asked them to do it and whatnot. So, yeah, the digital is most definitely the future. It's most definitely the future. But going back to what you were talking about, the Xbox One, will it be backwards compatible? Most definitely. I remember this was the middle of last year where they were talking about all of the games are backwards compatible. The only real difference is like the 4K and then the newer games that the developers make on choosing if it plays in 1080p or 4K. All of them are still going to play on every, Xbox One Scorpio, uh, Xbox One S. It's going to be the same across the board. It's just the newer developers are going to have that, option of 4K or 1080p. That's really the only real difference, and obviously the 4K.
Mm-hmm.
Backwards compatible is basically the whole point of it. And I think, trying to remember that video, they were talking about it can be even upscaled a little bit, or the frames, it'll be more frames per second on the game,
Mm-hmm.
actually, when you're talking about the Scorpio. But other than that, that's it. It's going to be backwards compatible. They're all the same system based off of the same, I
Inf-
guess, architecture or whatever.
yeah,
It's just they
infrastructure.
choose 4K for the One S. It plays 4K. The Scorpio is going to play 4K videos and games. That's just that's really
That's
the
love.
big difference. Yeah,
Yeah, and that's love, man. Because you'll be able to get a 4K movie and be able to watch it on your Xbox. That's love. That's a 4K Blu-ray player right there, saving you tons of money. So
right,
what's
right.
so what's your input on as far as the Xbox Scorpio? You think it's going to be a beast console because, or it's not going to be a beast console because it's not going to have AMD new Zen GPU in it? Zen, that's what it's called.
I mean, there have been rumors that it will actually have it. They just didn't announce it.
All right, we
There
from
was a video that came out about the whole AMD Zen and the Xbox Scorpio
mm-hmm,
and whatnot. That they just, how do I say it? They didn't want people to know right away
mm-hmm,
because obviously Zen wasn't out on the market anyway. As far as processors and whatnot, graphics cards, the
mm-hmm.
whole AMD didn't really want to be out there like that.
Right.
But I mean, like I say, it's a rumor. I have to go back, and fact check it myself
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot, because these developers and manufacturers, they've always went back and changed, what's in the system. What actually comes out is, sometimes it's different from what they reported because they still got time
Right.
and whatnot. It's only January.
Yeah, and you remember when the Xbox One came out?
Where the hell did you come
The
from?
first one, the first month or so, dude, there was updates like every other day.
Hey, how you doing, Cutthroat?
I've been better, but I'm here.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't hear you coming.
It's cool. I was actually listening to the podcast and I was texting Heartless about some shit. And he's just like, "Get your ass in here." I was like, "Okay."
Oh, okay, okay.
But yeah, it's it's definitely going to be an interesting type of year. And let's go on to the next topic. The next topic is KODI. Ladies and gentlemen, is anybody out there listening to this podcast that has an Amazon Fire Stick, Amazon Fire TV, hell, anything that's a streaming device that supports KODI? KODI is clamping down on you motherfuckers. Well, I don't want to say just. I don't want to say KODI.
Fire Stick, Amazon.
I don't want to just say KODI is clamping down, but anti-piracy organizations is clamping down on your ass. So if you're misusing KODI, it's about to be a wrap. What I mean by that is they're going to send you a letter. I believe I mentioned this in the last podcast, but I want to mention it again on this podcast because it's the hottest topic on Google right now. If you do a Google search and you type in KODI, this is going to come right up. You're going to see somebody with a finger on the damn remote saying, "How do you use KODI?" So, first thing that comes up is a crackdown. We'll see internet service providers sent letters when they detect a broadband connection has been used to pirate TV shows, and it could be the first step to getting a fine. Meanwhile, copyright investigators are targeting rogue traders and users right here in the Northeast. So everybody out there, y'all get a VPN ASAP. That's what that means, because that means they're tracking down your IP address to see what kind of activity you're doing with your internet. Me, personally, I feel some type of way. If I'm paying for the internet, I should be able to use that motherfucker however I please.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, so, as far
as... it all comes back to the Computer Security Act of 1987, and that's where they're getting the charges from.
Right.
Is that specific act. And so, I mean, like I said in the last podcast, it's an outdated, updated, but that's what you're going to get charged under. And since it's a federal act, you can face federal jail.
Right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's be clear. KODI boxes themselves are perfectly legal, so there's no reason to worry unless the box has an add-on that is being used to get around pay-per-view rules. Now, the add-ons that I've been talking to you about is like One Channel and Exodus. Those are the two add-ons that you can get that allows you to watch movies that are in movie theaters. It allows you to see movies that are on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Prime Video. What else? The HBO. It allows you to watch all the HBO series, Showtime. Shit, you name it. It's on those add-ons. Now, remember how I was telling you guys on the last podcast that KODI is trying to differentiate themselves from being a pirated software because they only providing a multimedia software
service.
Right, service. So basically, that's their target because they're under a lot of heat from the anti-piracy people. Now, to sum this up, guys, either you get a VPN or just throw that shit in the trash or uninstall KODI right now because they are clamping down on that ass. Trust me. These add-ons
fucking
could
fans
be...
at the door. We're fucking talking about, Mom, something's wrong with the KODI box.
Right.
Fucking Amazon. Fucking looking at him like, yo, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
There's easy ways to get around that. You can mask your IP, you can spoof it.
Mm-hmm. But the most common way is VPN. That's the most common way.
Yeah.
Tunnel Bear, Hide My Ass. I can go on for days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, Tunnel Bear.
I can go on for days, man.
But, a lot of those softwares they come off as freeware freeware. But after a 2-week trial or a 30-day trial, they want you to pay for it.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't have no problem doing. I mean, I pay for everything else. Like, I pay for satellite radio, etc., Netflix, Hulu. I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
would
a lot of
rather
these, a lot,
I'd rather pay a subscription service than get sued six fucking figures. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it, man. Would you rather pay
what you
20 well, let's say $15 a month or six figures lump sum? Like you have to pay that, like you have, because you got sued that, or you going to jail. And you got to worry about the soap dropping. You got to worry about the booty warriors. You got to worry about Fleece Johnson
getting
going back in
shivved.
there. You know what I'm saying? You got to worry about getting fucked up on the toilet because they
Walking
like.
past your fucking son with his hands in his pockets.
Right.
This motherfucker.
You got to worry about getting jumped while you on the toilet because they do that shit a lot in prison. They wait till your ass is shitting on the toilet to fuck you up to get you a good ass whooping.
Well,
Or when you fucking sleeping, then they
doesn't
just
really
punch your
necessarily
head.
happen in state prisons. It doesn't happen in federal prisons. That happens more in state prisons.
Oh, see, I've never been in prison. I never knew that. Learn something new every day. So, so there's
But
no
I've been
soap.
looking at the Fresh Out series. Them motherfuckers.
See
they
it?
call federal prison club fed
Oh, it's like a
because
it's like a chill.
yeah, I mean in a minimum security or medium security, you're not gonna be harassed or anything. Max security, that ain't no joke. But
Yeah, that's where
still,
NBC's
for
at, man.
petty piracy, you're gonna be in a medium to
Yep.
uh. But another thing on the softwares that mask your IP or spoof it or whatever, um, you need to do your research on those subscriptions because some of those will actually embed malware into that software. The software will do what it's meant to do, but they embed malware and shit like that,
See,
spyware.
I recommend everybody who uses AVG to go straight because AVG now promotes Hide My Ass VPN. So I really recommend you go with Hide My Ass through the AVG website and
Right. And
get it the
Linus
right way.
Tech Tips. Hello?
Yeah, we here.
Oh, yeah. And Linus Tech Tips, NCIX and whatnot, he promotes Tunnel Bear.
So
It's a
good.
big computer guy and whatnot.
Well, I don't know if you guys remember this, but back in the late 90s to early mid 2000s, a lot of your Windows PCs came with Norton on them. And that Norton antivirus program was just utterly atrocious. Symantec bought them out a few years ago, and it's actually one of the top five or top three. Whereas, um, and I believe if you get like one of their premium packages, you have access to stuff like Hide My IP or something like that. I can't remember if they have that or not, but
Right, right. I understand what you're talking about, man. Back in high school or whatever, man, my teacher used to hate fucking Norton.
yeah, it was
He was like,
garbage.
don't fucking get it. It don't do shit. He said the only, well, he ain't say that exactly. He just like, do not install it on your computer. He said the only operating system is good for the iOS. No, Mac OS. Sorry.
But since Symantec bought out Norton, uh, it's become a hell of a antivirus software. Um, Symantec's the actual company that decoded Susnex, which I talked about in the last podcast, that was embedded into the Iranian and basically destroyed thousands of centrifuges for mining nuclear minerals or I can't remember which one. Can't remember if it was uranium or plutonium, one of the two. So I mean, but Symantec, they're no joke. They're a fucking rock solid company.
Right, right.
We I know large corporations that use Symantec, and there's like alarm parameters for any almost anything. Doesn't matter how minor it is. If it's you know a not a whitelisted device, a thumb drive or external hard drive or whatnot, you're gonna get an alarm immediately, and it's gonna instantly block that. You know, either block the device or isolate that machine.
All right. So, okay.
And get one of
Sorry.
those programs that you know um, bounces your IP, masks it, or spoofs it, or whatever. You're gonna, I would recommend getting a top antivirus program just to be on the safe side. That's just me.
Yep, you heard it from the best of them. You heard it from Cut himself. Get you something that'll definitely protect you and spoof your IP address because they are looking. They are looking when you least expect it, and when you think they're not paying attention, they are paying attention. They're watching.
But hey, this is what I want to know. When you were talking about AVG
Mm-hmm.
has a VPN program, or they endorse another VPN program. My thing is this: what if the FBI or whoever comes and says, "Hey, we need to know who you're protecting or whatever, and we need you to give us access to their accounts or whatever, so we can know their IP addresses or whatever." That's what I want to know. Like, how far
Most
does that
companies will
protection actually go?
most companies will not allow it unless there is you know large scale imminent threat. If it's for basic piracy and shit like that, they're not gonna assist the authorities. Um, just like Apple hasn't. What was another company that just recently did it?
Now, if you hacking some shit like Apple or like Microsoft, then yeah. If you hacking major corporations, then yeah. FBI would definitely clinch in.
But see, a lot of those, you know, big time hackers, they have a small server, and and it's just a proxy server.
Mm-hmm.
So, and what it does is it'll bounce their IP as well as uh, continuously change it. It rolls over every, I think every
Every
five,
couple of minutes,
ten
5 minutes.
seconds.
Oh well, yeah, seconds. It makes it hard to track them.
hmm So they don't really need a VPN.
Cause they got a little server. There you go. Yep. So let's keep in mind, for those of you who using KODI, just you might want to invest in a VPN to protect your IP address, so it won't give off your location. Because if not, you will get a nasty letter in the mail. It's going all over the internet. It's going all over the internet. So they are clamping down.
I mean, at least they're giving letters of notice or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and not just busting in the damn door.
Well, all the letters are a cease and desist letter.
Yeah. So
It's
it's like a warning.
basically, yeah, it's basically, you know, we know you're doing this. Stop it immediately. If we see any further activity on the, around this, arrested and prosecuted.
Mm-hmm. I recommend getting a VPN before you get that letter, but a lot of people will be like, nah, whatever. I'll just wait until I get the letter first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it depends on the individual. Me, I'm paranoid, so I'm gonna get it before I'm gonna get the damn letter.
Yeah, man, because a lot of people watching, you know, they know what's going on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
On to the next topic. What are y'all opinions and views about Mr. fucking Trump raising the prices? Um, we could impact the price of consoles and games in the U.S. What's your opinion? What's your input on that?
I didn't hear anything about that.
Send you the link. But the price of imported video games and consoles in the U.S. could be on the rise if Trump decides to impose import tariffs. U.S. President Donald Trump has mentioned before that his administration may impose important taxes on businesses that do not manufacture in the U.S., such as Sony and Samsung and many other devices that's made in China, Korea, etc. So if he does that, that could
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
So if he does that, that could definitely make a huge impact on video games.
Microsoft.
Microsoft is made here, so Microsoft we good.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we good. That's like the fucking
No,
Chevy.
but I mean, that's probably because remember, he had a meeting with a lot of business owners, and he's for that, you know, for the business owners, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and just American billionaires, just business people in general. And, you know, you talking about Bill Gates used to be like, was he like one of the top 3 richest people in the world?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
still
he
is,
still is. Still got that title.
or he's in the
Exactly.
top 10.
So how do we know this isn't just a power play to get him more money? Or, you know, Bill Gates ain't reach out to him and said something, you know, hey, I need to up in, you know, the sales in the U.S. or whatever. So I need you to put a tax on these domestic, not domestic, international. We call them
International
not
goods.
domestic, international.
Yeah.
Manufacturers or whatever companies, so we can make more money. Because
But
me
you
and
have to
Stefan,
remember,
we had a conversation about that where we were talking about how he's a businessman. Trump is a businessman. And he's going to help out his business people, and
well,
people are
you
going to
have
be putting money in his pocket for, you know, to quietly speak for them and help them out, basically.
to remember though that the tariffs aren't just video games. The tariffs are on were mainly made for companies, U.S. companies that have moved jobs overseas. That's one of the main reasons. But the second reason is to increase jobs and the economy for the U.S. with U.S. made goods. Now, as for like Sony, we have Sony pictures here. The two can merge, and there could be a small factory moved here. That just does gaming, or whatever. There's always going to be loopholes to allow something to go on because we are a free trade society for the most
Yeah.
part, and so there's going to be loopholes for people to get around uh, the tariffs on imported international goods, mainly for the large manufacturers like car manufacturers and um, oh shit, um, I can't think of another one except for the cars, but uh, over the past decade they've started moving their plants overseas because it's cheaper on them and they get
Cheaper. Yeah.
yeah, well, they make more money.
Yeah, like I know Ford actually has the transmissions built in I think China.
I I have no idea.
No, I'm telling
Um,
you.
but yeah, I mean,
I'm saying they're outsourcing to other companies and whatnot to save money. The Ford is made here in America, or well, excuse me, created here in America or
It's
whatnot.
cheaper to get a lot of the stuff done in China than it is here.
Right.
yeah,
That's why I
because
was like, yo,
there's less regulations on labor, on the environment, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
But that takes away jobs from uh, hardworking American citizens. And for years we've said that shit has to stop, but nobody's gonna do anything about it until now. So, but it's not, like I said, it's not just for video games. It's also for major corporations, and I don't see it being too much of a big deal for gamers. We we may see an uptick in some things, but it won't be anything that's outrageous or really noticeable.
I mean, yeah, but inside at the same time, it can influence people to buy more Xbox, consoles and whatnot.
Well, yeah, because you know, it's going. That's not the intention. The intention is to keep jobs here and keep our economy going for us, not for a developing nation. But yeah, I
All I'm
mean,
saying,
but
yeah, I get what you're saying and whatnot. All I'm saying is, Bill Gates, he's here, he's from here. He made Microsoft, which makes Xbox and whatnot, and he loves his entrepreneurs, business owners, Donald Trump. And I think it was a statement in the past that's who he was going to be helping, regardless. Like anyway, any way that he can, whether through money, if he knows them or whatever. So I'm just saying, let's just look out for that.
Let's
yeah,
look
but
out.
Because increased
Trump's not going
revenue
to
is
get any
increased revenue.
kickbacks. Yeah, but Trump's not going to get any kickbacks. He doesn't need them.
We don't know
You know,
that.
if he's
And
not
he
going to take
lost millions of dollars.
if he's not going to take the salary of the presidency, why is he going to take kickbacks? That wouldn't they can't be major kickbacks because people are going to notice. You know, yeah, he gave his kids the company, but still he has uh, a monetary stake in it. I mean, so he's basically getting paid by his company, which isn't, people call it, question the ethics of that, but if he's not taking the presidential presidential salary, then what the hell? What does it matter? He's not actually going to be doing the business. He's going to be just making money as the owner of the company.
I mean, true, but I mean, he likes money like everybody. No, he lost billions. Let me correct. I think, yeah, that's why he needed that $500 million loan from a friend. But
Yep, I remember that.
I get what you're saying,
When was
Cutthroat.
this?
But
Yep, I
this
remember
was
When
that.
did
like
he?
years
This
ago.
was no, this wasn't that long ago. It was actually on the Breakfast Club. It was on the radio show that they was talking about that. He called a friend to borrow $5 million. Shit, I wish I had a friend.
500 million.
500 million. Excuse me. Shit, I wish I had a friend. I can. Yo, can I get $500 million? You know what I'm saying? I wish I had a friend I could do something like that. But yeah, that's damn. I mean, but they knew he was good for it. They knew he can get it back for him.
Yeah, when your net
Exactly.
worth
And,
is
what better
10
way than
billion.
being the president of the United States, taking money, doing deals for other people, which he kicked, him back, like I said, some money. Like, there's no telling what he's going to do with his presidency and helping people. People already knew that he was going to help out corporations and whatnot. But here's the thing: how are they going to help him out at the same time? There's a lot of money. He can make a lot of money, in these 4 years. and that's what I'm saying, because he is a businessman, and I will never forget that fact and whatnot. So
Yeah, and you know, we've never had a businessman run the country. That's why I think we should give him a chance
yeah,
because
I'm
essentially,
down for it. Yeah, I totally support him.
the government is essentially a business that works for us.
Is that well, yeah.
So,
All right.
but
Other than that, let's go on to the next topic. The next topic is the Samsung Galaxy S8. About the Samsung Galaxy S8, it's going to come in two sizes, as we stated before, the regular size and the Galaxy S8 Plus, which is going to come with a S Pen, like similar to with the Galaxy Note. Now, from my understanding is, remember how we were discussing about the CPU? Hopefully,
Yeah,
it's going to be Samsung CPU. They own custom, hard drive. Not hard drive. Damn, I think
they're
CPU.
in-house,
Yeah, the
in-house
in-house.
CPU. Yeah,
Right. Guess what they're going for? They're going for the new Snapdragon 835. Hopefully, with this new Snapdragon 835, I know it's supposed to be stronger, faster, snappier, etc. But hopefully, it doesn't overheat like the rest of them do, like the 820, the 815, 800, 8 on down, 805. The 805 was in the damn Galaxy S5. Like,
that shit
hopefully,
gonna be on fire.
who you telling, man? I just hope that damn CPU doesn't overheat. You know?
dude, the CPUs overheat in iPhones too. Once the CPU reaches a certain temperature, it will shut off, and you'll get a message on the screen that says phone needs to cool down.
But bro, it's not
I
as
done had
often.
that happen like 5 times on my phone.
Man, it's not as common like it is on a Samsung, man, because it's like you could do so
No,
much more. Like you could multitask, like you could literally have the web browser open and watching a YouTube video open on a YouTube app at the same time, or sending a text message and watch a YouTube video at the same time. And because
Yeah,
of that, it does a lot of strain on the CPU, and not even a lot of times it doesn't necessarily have to be split screen and multitasking features that runs the CPU hot. A lot of the background apps runs it hot, and that should be cooked in.
exactly.
It cooks in your pocket while you're sitting there eating or sitting there in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Ordering some food or something. That shit running hot.
you see, that's one of the drawbacks of having open source
Yeah,
uh,
absolutely,
operating system
absolutely.
because, like with the iPhone, um, yeah, there will be some apps running in the background, but they won't fully be running. Yeah, notifications or updates or something like that. But it's not like you like on a desktop where you have tabs open.
Now, Samsung Galaxy S8 will not, I repeat, will not be unveiled at this year MWC. Those of you who've been trying to follow up with it and wanting to know about Mobile World Congress and knowing if Samsung going to advertise their phone, ladies and gentlemen, they're not. They're only going to advertise their phone on their own time, on their own event, or even on their own ad. A lot of times, the only phones that participate now in MWC are mainly the overseas phones because everybody is holding their own convention. Um, that's just how it is. They've been doing that since 2011, I want to say. But ever since then, nobody participates in Mobile World Congress anymore. The biggest convention now is just CES, which already passed CES. After MWC, it's going to be E3. E3 is the next big thing. And as for those of you who didn't check out my last video, I've stated that EA will not participate in E3 because they will be hosting their own event I believe it's June 10th or July 10th. It's one of those. I think it's June 10th. Yeah, they will be hosting their own event on June 10th. June 10th to June 14th. And from there, on EA, we hope to see some pretty decent games.
But a lot of the companies that don't attend these conferences, um, they are only given a certain amount of time.
Hmm.
You know,
To present their product. Right.
correct. And a lot of the companies now have a lot more stake in,
More
more
control of
products.
their time. Right. They have more
You know,
control of what they're going to show and everything. Look at the Ouya, for example. Prime example of a failed console. The Ouya didn't even get a chance to get presented at E3. Instead, they was advertising their product in a parking lot.
yep.
I'll never forget that. I would never, ever, ever forget that. They sitting out there in that hot ass sun advertising their product.
Well, I don't think they could even get a booth.
they could they couldn't even get inside the fucking building. They couldn't even get
Well,
inside the building, bro.
it, I'm pretty sure it was a startup by crowdfunding.
Yeah.
So they had all the, they had everything, but to build the souls and mass produce them, but they didn't have the money to advertise, and that's essentially where they lost.
Yep. And you would think that console would have took off pretty damn good, but what messed them up was it being open source. I'm sorry. That's what messed them up because anybody could hack it. Like, what's the point of releasing a
Mm-hmm.
game system that everybody could hack and get unlimited bullets? And you know what I'm saying? Unlimited life. Like, what's the fucking point? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no point if getting a game system that's hackable for everybody. Like, you just set yourself up for a failure right there. You shoot yourself in the foot.
Now, there's games that are open source. For example, GTA is an open source game. That's
Hmm.
why you can have some mods,
Yeah, the
but
game, but not the entire game
entire
system.
console.
Right. That's bananas. It really
Yeah, that
is.
GTA, man, people be doing wonders with that damn GTA
What are you telling
on
me?
YouTube and whatnot. Those mods, I
Man,
highly suggest to the viewers that you go on YouTube and look up some of the mods. There's one I looked at today where they have GTA 4 and GTA 5 in San Andreas.
all in
Think
one.
about if GTA 4 and GTA 5 was on the PS2.
Mm,
And literally, Carl is just going
man,
around the city and whatnot, GTA 5, in a PS2 theme, I guess, yeah, game engine or whatever, an older game engine. It looks cool. It looks outdated, but it looks cool. It looks so fucking cool, man. It's just fucking crazy. And then there's another one where they got the Bully map. They got Vice City, GTA 4, GTA 5, all within the actual same map. They just spaced out from each other.
that's smooth as hell. I really, really want another GTA game, and I want Grand Theft Auto 5 to die so badly, and I want people to stop investing. I want people to stop investing in them damn shark packs and stop playing that fucking game and stop supporting it online because if the more y'all support it, the less they're going to invest in a new franchise. Please, please, I'm ready for a new GTA, and
I'm
it's
ready for Vice City, man. That's really what I want to see because I'm still good with GTA 4 for Liberty City
mm-hmm.
and whatnot. I really want to see another Vice City, even though Vice City was actually created based off of more so
Miami
the
Yeah,
era.
and
Miami. Yeah,
Well, the era
Scarface.
with the cocaine, drug dealers, Colombians and whatnot, than it is the actual city itself. but I still
It's
want to go
actually
to Vice
based off
City,
of
even if
Scarface. The entire story is almost based off Scarface with some, added side missions and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
pretty much. Because the mansion even looks like Scarface. To be honest with you, like
Yeah,
when you go towards the end,
it does.
it looks just like Scarface mansion.
it's about like Star Island or whatever, which is actually a real island in real life too.
Yeah.
Like Birdman, like the rappers and whatnot starts. What is any fucking way? Because I forget his fucking name. I want to do Vice City game and whatnot, even if it's split between Liberty City and Vice City.
I
Like
don't
I
want no
gotta
more
have that
Liberty
shit.
City, man. Liberty City is New York. We get it. We need something new. I want to see in the next Grand Theft Auto. I want to see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all listening to us on these topics. If y'all comment in the comment section, let me know what y'all want to see. But I know what I want to see. I want to see the next location either be in Paris, like on some getaway shit, or Vegas. Someplace that's new, like nobody ever did before.
Las Venturas is Vegas.
I never played that one. Really?
No, it's in San Andreas. GTA 5 doesn't have San Fierro, and it doesn't have Las Venturas. San
Oh.
Fierro being San Francisco, Las Venturas being Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I would like to see an updated version of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
most fucking
updated version. Yeah,
definitely.
I want to see an updated
That would be
version.
crazy
Yeah, like
and whatnot.
with the whole Vegas thing and everything like that. Whole theme, and
Right,
then have the back, the country part of it, outside of Vegas. That should be love, man. It'll be fucking love.
right, the desert and whatnot. But hey, check this out though. GTA 1 and 2, they had I think an expansion pack called they had like a British where they went to London or something like that. It was based in London. Remember, GTA 1 and 2 was like bird's eye view type gaming style gaming before they went like total 3D or whatever,
Right,
like
right. I
first
remember.
person with
Right, like
GTA 3.
you can only see the top of their head and the top of the cars. Hell yeah, man. You got to be an old school cat to remember that. And you could belch and
So
fart in that shit. I remember that.
so I would like to see London. They had an expansion pack for 1 and 2 called London or whatever, but I would like to see like a fully fledged first person GTA like London. Like you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a lot of games I want to see. I want to see. I definitely want to see that. And Rockstar. If y'all hearing me, please bring back Manhunt. I don't care, like, what I'm saying? There's a lot of people, oh, Manhunt is too violent and yada, yada, yada. So is Resident Evil. So is Mortal Kombat XL. So is Mortal Kombat, all the other Mortal Kombats.
Hey,
I
but
mean,
guess what, Stefan?
look at Jason. The Jason game that's on PC. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, I want to see that game come back so badly. But what's up,
Hey,
man?
but Heartless,
What's
guess
up?
what? The county where Manhunt was actually in
Mm-hmm.
is actually within Vice City. It's the same thing.
Man, if they could bring that shit back into and bring it, I don't know, somewhere.
Like a mix, like like GTA and Manhunt and whatnot, like together and whatnot. Because like I was saying, the county or where Manhunt was actually placed, like the actual area,
Mm-hmm.
is actually is actually in Vice City,
Mm.
or it's actually a part of Vice City from GTA.
Gotcha.
When I learned that, that was fucking crazy. Is that part of fucking Miami or some fucking place where Manhunt actually is, and whatnot is actually in Vice City is actually part of it.
Right.
Like I didn't fucking know that. I learned that like a month or two ago, and I was like, that shit is fucking crazy. And guess what? Just like Bully is actually in GTA 4, but it's just not playable
Hey, Bully was
and
the
whatnot.
shit. Bully was the shit, man. Rockstar made a lot of good ass games, man. They, they made a lot of beats games, man. Bully
Like
was.
that whole map of Bully was in one of the TV shows in GTA 4.
And see how I like how they made everything connected. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I like how
Yeah.
they make everything connected. Like it's real. It's realistic that way. And I definitely want to see another Bully. I want to see another Red Dead. Well, we already know Red Dead Redemption is coming out in October, but I want to see another. Manhunt. I really want to see another Manhunt 3. Like, make that shit possible. Another Grand Theft Auto, of course. So, possibly in Vegas or Houston, or make that shit in Atlanta, Georgia, or like, or make it, you know what I'm saying? Make a Grand
Oh
Theft
hell
Auto
no!
in Atlanta, Georgia, or
That people will be up in fucking arms. Like if you don't take us out, this motherfucker killing all these black people,
oh my
they will be
god,
marching.
or Houston, or Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Or somewhere that's another
I mean,
popular
Houston,
city.
Texas. I mean, Red Dead Redemption already takes place.
Well, yeah, yeah, in Texas, but all right, all right. So,
What was the game? There was a game. I'm not sure if it was created by Rockstar. I think it was, but it was an open world game, sandbox game. Basically, you're an undercover cop, and
You
um,
talking about true crime?
Streets of
no,
LA, undercover cop. Was it Watch Dogs? Not Watch Dogs. Sleeping Dogs. I get that mixed up. Sleeping Dogs, undercover cop when he in China fucking people up.
it was a. It came out for the PS2.
Oh, you talking about Dead to Rights? Dead to Rights, undercover cop. It's like Max Payne, but it's a guy with the dog.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good ass game, man. I love Dead to Rights.
No,
He was with a German
that's not the
Shepherd.
game I'm thinking of, but that was a good game.
I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
But it's actually funny. You know, Sleeping Dogs was actually supposed to be true crime China. Cutthroat, remember that?
Yeah, kind of.
It was in Game Informer and everything back when I was in high school. They were talking about the upcoming games and whatnot. And they were talking about, true crime China. And what the studio decided to go ahead and do is just go ahead and name it like Sleeping Dogs.
Most of the PS2 games right now. Trying to see if I can find it.
Yeah, PS2 was the shit, man. There was almost like, there was about 4,000 PS2 titles. And I think that's really what the problem is today and whatnot. There's not that many games coming out for like PS4 and whatnot, even the Xbox. Because, back then you had like a butt load of fucking games, especially if you had a PS2.
It
Even
came out
PS1.
around the same time Driver did. Do you remember that? From
Driver, yeah.
this game came out right around that same time.
You said it was an undercover cop.
He may have been. I'm not sure.
Uh, when Driver came out. Wasn't one of the drivers on PS1?
It may have been. I'm not sure.
You talking about Driver, the one that took place in London. That's what you're talking about.
No, this was in L.A.
Oh, that's the other, huh? Driver.
Well, no, I'm saying the game I'm talking about took place in L.A.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the game.
Was it Burnout?
No, Burnout. I guess they would, but that was like racing games.
Okay, no. This one, it was almost the exact same premise as GTA.
Are you sure it's not True Crime LA?
It could be. I can't remember.
Because that was based, yeah. You had New York, and then you had LA, and then you had China, which ended up being Sleeping Dogs.
The game soundtrack
All right, I'm back. Where
had
we
a
at?
bunch of had shit. It had Bone Thugs. It had oh shit. I think it had 3 6 Mafia. Um, it had NWA.
It may have been True Crime LA, probably. That's the only game I know with a cop in LA or whatever. Around the time when we were talking about Driver or whatever. Oh yeah, but Stephon, we were talking about PS1 to PS2 and how the PS2, I was telling Cutthroat how it had almost damn near 4,000 games,
Yeah.
and how the consoles today they ain't got nowhere near that much or whatnot, and
Right, because
yeah,
of
just
the
talking about
budgets and stuff
selection,
like that. Right.
yeah.
All right. As we go on to the next topic, we could discuss about the Nintendo Switch. Let's wrap that up. The Nintendo Switch. We're gonna talk about the new Uncharted that's coming out. That's destined to come out, and after that, we're gonna talk about Netflix, how they update Android. Matter of fact, let's cover up Netflix real quick because this topic is not long. Netflix, for those of you who don't know, Netflix update. There's an update on Android that will allow you to add your movies. It allows you to download your movies and put them on an SD card and for offline content. So basically, you'll be able to download TV shows or movies onto your micro SD card, so you can view it without having to get on the internet or Wi-Fi. You can just stream
Yeah,
it from your micro SD card, which I think is great. That's
I've already done it.
same
I
here.
love it. I
I,
freaking love it.
and I love it too. I got the Amazon TV and I got a 64 gig. I lost my 128 gig, but I got a 64 backup, so I'm about to put everything you name it. It's gonna go on there.
When I tell you I was at Daryl's on Percival Road doing my bouncing stuff outside, like patting down people and whatnot, when we all sat by the heater and whatnot, we were watching Hot Fuzz off my damn phone or fucking Breaking Bad, a couple episodes of either Breaking Bad or The Office. Let me tell you, man, that just helps the time pass by, man. I'm trying to tell you.
And it
I
helps out
would
for a lot of people who
recommend
don't
it.
have access to internet all the time, especially if you're going on road trips. You download all that shit and keep it moving.
Exactly. Exactly. I love Amazon for that, man. When I learned the news about that, man, I was so fucking happy. I did it immediately.
There you go.
I logged in my shit on my fucking phone. I had to re-download it from my phone because I usually watch it on my smart TV.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you, man, that just helps pass the time by, man. I'm trying to tell you,
Right.
and it's good. It's convenient because I used to always use up my damn my gig or whatever, how much whatever plan I had on my phone. Netflix will just straight up eat through that shit.
Yeah, to eat up your gigabytes.
Exactly.
One episode will tear up your damn data plan. One episode of
Exactly. And
something.
get a notification talking about you almost out that shit. Like, come on.
Yep.
You remember that a picture of my old BlackBerry I sent you?
Oh yeah, I can't forget that.
Did I tell you that I found
Nah, you
a
didn't.
micro SD in the phone still?
Oh damn, you didn't tell me that.
And then I went and I was like, oh shit, because I have an adapter for it because you know back then there's a computer couldn't take a micro SD. So I went to get my adapter and I looked at my adapter and there's another uh, 1 or 2 gig micro SD in there. I'm like, what the fuck? Where did these come from? So
That was
I
real
have them
clutch.
packed up. I just thought I'd share that since we're on the topic of
Yeah, I used to have a BlackBerry,
Especially
man,
like
with the scroll thing, with the ball inside of it. It's a scroll. Yeah, scroll
Mm-hmm.
ball.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's definitely a classic that we can never ever forget. Also, for my viewers out there, I will be uploading some gameplay with me and my boy Cut. Hopefully when he feels better, get some Rainbow Six footage up in there, some Titanfall footage up in there. What other games we got together, man?
oh shit, I can't remember. But my Xbox wouldn't load my Rainbow. Not I can't remember if I got the digital download or if I got the physical disc.
I got the physical disc like a genius. I should have got the digital download. But I'll definitely be uploading some gaming footages of us two in it participating. Um, during my voiceovers. Also, I want to get on I want to say the next to last topic, and that's basically about the Nintendo Switch. What are you guys' full input on the Nintendo Switch and their pricing? Like, what's y'all? I want to know your thoughts on the Nintendo Switch as far as the way it looks to the way it's supposed to be performing.
A
Um,
straight waste of fucking money, man. Somebody called that shit the Nintendo Wii U 2.0. I'd like to know where the
yeah.
fuck they got that from.
No, the Nintendo Wii U Pro. There you go. Nintendo Wii U Pro. That's a perfect name for it. Like the pro version of the damn Wii U. But what's your input on it, man? I want to hear straight, raw, uncut profanity. I want to hear your raw thoughts on it.
A fucking waste of money. Like, motherfucker was high when they
Well,
made that shit. Like, somebody did something. I'm gonna go on fucking record. After looking at that shit, I'm gonna say I like the Wii U better, man.
I like the Nintendo. The last game system Nintendo came out with that I actually was rocking out with really hard was the Nintendo 64. I'm sorry.
oh yeah,
That was the last game system that
What?
I really was knocking out really hard. The GameCube, my cousin had the GameCube. GameCube was okay. I like that controller, but I'm saying the last Nintendo console that I've actually owned and was playing, spent a lot of hours on was the Nintendo 64. Hell, I was playing the 64 when the PS2 was out. Still,
yep.
you know what I'm
I
saying?
was playing the GameCube, my brother. I'm sorry.
GameCube. Don't get me wrong.
Fucking GameCube.
I don't have nothing against GameCube. GameCube was a solid console. It was different. The disc was small. It was different. The controller, I love the controller. They should have kept that controller. That should have been the between that and the 64 controller should have been the two controllers they should have been running with. You know what I'm saying? As far as going forward, but the last console that I've owned from Nintendo was I want to say the Nintendo 64. I done played so many games on there. The Mario 64, that shit was badass. Um
GoldenEye.
Wave Race, you know when you on the jet skis in the damn water, oh my god.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo,
I remember playing that shit back in like the 90s, like near 2000 or some shit.
right.
Yeah.
There's actual a game like that similar to it on the Android and Apple App Store. I forgot the name of it, but it's actually a game similar to it, but it's just not quite the original Wave Race. Of course,
I
Mario
remember,
Kart
man.
64. That was a fucking
True.
classic.
that
That was a
Mario
classic.
Kart, man. Yeah.
Man, I used to shoot shells behind me, man. You know how everybody shoot the red shell in front of you to so it could follow you? I used to shoot that shit
Yeah.
backwards. So if you
Mm-hmm.
behind me, I'm gonna shoot that shit backwards. Or I used to throw a banana ahead of me. Like I used to do all kinds of grimy shit. I used to do all kinds.
Yeah,
People used
man.
to hate playing
Ocarina
against
of
me.
Time.
Man,
Yeah, fucking.
GoldenEye though.
if they could
Fuck else
remaster
you
that
had?
shit
You had
and
another.
make it
Oh, yeah,
online,
WWF.
yo, that WWF, man, that Raw, I think it was that Raw that had Stone Cold, Steve Austin on
Yep.
the
Yeah.
cover of it, man, and the guy with the sock. Oh my god, I forgot his name. The guy with the
Mankind.
You
sock.
talking
Yeah,
about, man?
mankind. Yeah, the guy with the
Yeah.
sock. That's a nasty motherfucker, man. But I love him.
He was. What was his name again? His name was Dude Love, Cactus Jack. Uh, Where you had the mask on his head?
Mankind.
Yeah, Mankind. This nigga was like 4 fucking characters in the WWE.
For real. He really was. And you know who else was a nasty ass? Rikishi. I heard that was The Rock.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a nasty motherfucker right there, man. He'll rub his ass all in your face and then look at you funny like, yeah, I did it. And what? What you gonna do? Ooh,
That
that was
nigga walkout music was funny though.
right. Is it true that him and The Rock is actually cousins or related?
I think so, yeah, because something about Rakishi's actual sons actually wrestle in the WWE, and they're related to the dude from the Force or whatever, Shield, whatever the fuck you call it.
Mm.
Ryan, huh?
You're talking about from Marvel's Agents of Shield.
No,
You said
no, I'm
the
talking
Shield.
about Roman Reigns, who's The
Oh.
Rock's cousin or nephew or some shit like that. So yeah, I think all of them are like fucking related.
Well, The Rock's dad is a legend wrestler.
Yeah, but it was like Samoan or something.
Hispanic and Samoan are Pacific Islander.
Right. Them motherfuckers get big. I see why The Rock is 6'5". The only thing his fucking father was that tall. But yeah, I think they were related. Yeah, stuff. Heartless.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, back to the Switch. We done got off topic, but yeah, we got off topic. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. We tend to do that a
remember in
lot.
the good days, people of fucking Nintendo
Right. The good
and
old
whatnot. Then we
days.
got off topic because everybody will talk about that piece of shit.
Right, yo. What about you, Cut? What's your input? What's your raw cut input on it? Would you get the Nintendo Switch?
No,
Why not?
go about it. Just the
Man,
history repeating itself.
Man, I can actually see you in a car with the little controllers in your hand, man. I can actually picture you with the Switch.
No.
I could really. How about if I get you one and I mail it to you? Would you play it, or would you put that shit straight on Craigslist or eBay to get money back?
I'd play it. If it was free, I'd play it.
I don't know if I would. I wouldn't even unbox it. I'll leave that shit right in the damn with the gift wrap with the wrap still on it.
So wrap that shit back up. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Have like I ain't fucking open it and just sit it back.
Like if I want it, I would really, literally resell it. Like let's say if I got a Nintendo Switch right now, I would sell it on eBay for like $5,000, and you know what? Somebody would pay for it too.
I never
Somebody
understood that shit. Why they do that shit?
Man, I'm telling you, man, people will pay for anything nowadays, especially to get it early just to make a YouTube unboxing video for views and shit. Or just to be say they're the first ones to get it. I'd rather get the money first. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'd rather flip it.
I mean, I got two options. If I was to get a Nintendo Switch right now, I got two options. Make a YouTube video of unboxing and talk about it. Or sell that shit on eBay for auction and flip it. What I would do is
I would just do both.
I would do both. I'll kill two birds with one stone. I would just unbox it, make a YouTube video, yada yada yada, and then box that shit right back up. Get some Saran wrap from fucking Walmart, put that shit back up on there, and say recently opened but brand new Nintendo Switch. Sell it on there for
tell my fucking
$5,000.
fan base, whoever look at the damn video, you can buy this shit on motherfucking eBay and whatnot.
It was shipped
Signed.
immediately, right? And see, I'm a dirty ass seller. I'm not a regular seller. I'm a dirty seller. What I mean by that is, I'm going to make you pay for your shipping and handling, and I'm going to make you pay me. So, I'm going to charge you $5,000 for the console, and I'm going to charge you an extra $50 for shipping and handling. So yeah, I'm a dirty seller. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker dirty.
You better put your autograph on that shit or something.
$5,000.
No, people will.
You're gonna want that shit insured for $5,000.
People will pay for it. Trust me. Trust me.
Oh, I know.
People would definitely bid on it. I'll put it on a penny. I'll put it on a penny on eBay, and that shit'll skyrocket to $5,000 on its own. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my shit
I'm a
would be on
collector of
IGN and
toys,
everything.
okay? I collect art and classic toys and shit. I see people will flip that shit percent of what they paid for it, and it's not even rare, it's a legacy piece or.
Actually, yeah, I remember you do have a nice collection of toys. As a matter of fact, I remember seeing a picture of you at one of those conventions in a Mega Man thong and a whole bunch of nipple clamps that you had on. And
What?
it was cut. He was at one of the toy conventions last year. He had on a Mega Man thong and some nipple clamps, and he was basically, I think it was Comic Con he was at. If you Google it up right now, you can see him. He's actually out there with a whole bunch of action figures with the nipple clamps and everything. Man, it was crazy. It was real crazy. It was like that. It was like that guy from the Chappelle Show that was doing a robot with his nipples out.
Oh.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
My entire collections were what, $300 to $3,500.
Man, you should do a video on it, man. Throw it up. Let the
It's
world
all
see.
packed up in storage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, smart thing to do. I was about to say that.
Ship that shit out here. I'll do an unboxing for you. I'll do it, and I'll ship that shit right back just for views.
Unboxing? Yeah, you can't open them stuff.
I'm not gonna open them. I'm just gonna show the collection in front like it's mine, and then ship that shit back for YouTube views. Well,
I have that shit packed up. Nice.
Because once you open it, the quality is done. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's
exactly.
one of those collectibles that you get and keep.
They're all in the boxes still. I have protectors on the boxes, and then I have a secondary bubble wrap envelope that they're in.
Definitely a smart move right there, man. So before we conclude this podcast, is there anything else you guys want to
Yeah, we didn't talk about the NVIDIA Integra. What do you call it? Fucking shit. The handheld.
The NVIDIA TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that one. So do you think, what's your guys' input on this NVIDIA TV? Do y'all think it's going to stand a chance against Amazon TV or Apple TV or any other TV that's out there right now?
I mean, people just going to hack that shit, in my own opinion. But then it's NVIDIA.
I don't think it's a worse.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
People can hack almost any smart TV.
The Shield, that's what I'm talking about, the damn NVIDIA Shield. Yeah, I think it is open source.
See, what I like about the idea of the NVIDIA Shield is that, a lot of y'all who don't have Android, like let's say a lot of my iPhone users out there, I'm a former Android guy, and I know that Android has a lot of popping fucking games. You know what I'm saying? Like this one game that's just like Gears of War, but it's called Shadowgun. If you ever played Shadowgun, then you know what I'm talking about. It's just like Gears of War, but it's like the campaign is different, but it's third person like Gears, and the uniforms is like Gears of War, and they got a shotgun like Gears of War. Like it's just like a damn Gears of War, but a mobile version of it, and it's called Shadowgun. So anybody out there who has an Apple or Android device, because it's supported on Apple as well, go ahead and check that out, Shadowgun. Anyway, it also has Dead Trigger. I think that's what it's called, Dead Trigger, where you're shooting zombies. That's another fantastic game, but it's hard. It's almost close to impossible to play it on the damn touchscreen. Now, with the NVIDIA Shield, it makes it easier to play all those applications, those AAA application games that's viewable, that's on the cell phone. It allows you to play it with a real controller. Mind you, the controllers are similar to a damn Xbox One controller. The only difference is that instead of the joystick being up top, it's on the bottom like a DualShock. Anyway,
Was it Madcap that made it?
don't know. It just says NVIDIA on it, so I have no idea. But I like the whole idea of it. I just, I want to see an NVIDIA console, not like a little TV thing. I want to see another console. The reason why I want to see another console come out is because we need more competition. Everybody's in a comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? We definitely need, if Android make another console based off some of the stuff, some of the applications, not all of the Android applications, because we don't need Angry Birds on no damn game
I
system.
just gotta get Marley's food bowl.
Oh, okay.
We
Did you put on
definitely
the
need
little
that.
roll before?
Yeah.
It's recording. I thought, go ahead, turn it off.
But
It's going forward.
other than that,
Okay.
we'll be good. I honestly feel like we need that as far as competition wise, and not open
Right.
source. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Somebody talking to me?
No. And as for that new Uncharted, have y'all seen the trailer for that new Uncharted?
No.
Have you ever
Like,
played Uncharted?
didn't the game already? I could have sworn I already saw gameplay footage of that.
Okay, now let me explain. The new Uncharted, right, is a spin-off. It's not actually another Nathan Drake in it. Thank God, because he's old as shit now. In Uncharted 4, he's old. I mean, see the ending of it. He's with his family. He's with the newscaster girl that was from Uncharted 1. The spinoff is actually based on two women. I don't know their names, but I know who they are. The girl that was in Uncharted 4 that was beating Drake ass, that kicked him out the window, the black lady, she's in it. And the other girl with the black hair that was flirting and kissing Drake in Uncharted 2, she's in it.
You talking about the little girl that played the piano or played the guitar?
Which one? Which girl are you talking about? The first one or the second one who I'm talking about?
The one from Uncharted 2.
Yeah, the one from Uncharted 2. The girl, she was actually going hunts with him, and she had black hair, and it was like in a ponytail.
Yeah.
And she had nice eyes. Yeah, she played the guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had nice eyes, and she played the guitar. So it's Uncharted. I don't forgot the name of it. I'll pull it up real quick. But this new Uncharted is basically with them two, and it looks like they're in India going through a whole bunch of crazy stuff, and the graphics look amazing. Like the detail in it just looks it's breathtaking. It's breathtaking graphics. It's called the Uncharted Lost Legacy. Sorry about that. That's what it's called. It's more of a spin-off. I don't know if it's going to be like a DLC or is it going to be a standalone game. I'm hoping if it is a standard DLC, I would definitely get it, and I want them to release it as soon as possible. Hell, you don't even got to be released to the mass public. Just release that shit to me. I just want to play it. But that's basically
one thing I've always thought about Uncharted is that it's a ripoff of Tomb Raider, or the first one seemed like that. The sequels didn't.
I thought of that too, but when I actually played it, it was pretty good. It's a pretty good franchise. I
mean, I could never get into it, but I do have to. Go ahead.
It's definitely a lot of similarity between that and Tomb Raider. I cannot lie. Like as far as the hold on.
Premise of the game.
Right.
Premise of the game.
Right, premise of the game, you know what I'm saying, the blueprint of it and how the trophies look and everything. I'm like, God damn, this look like the same damn game, just different antagonists. But you get past that and go to the actual campaign of it, you see differences of it. You know what I'm saying? Like you see difference of the storyline and stuff like that. And plus, when you meet Sully and all the other characters in it, it's definitely a different feeling. But if for those of you who never played Uncharted, I definitely recommend if you do get a PlayStation 4, get the Nathan Drake collection. and then get a Uncharted 4, and it basically summarize everything up. And then when that Lost Legacy drop, you already know what time it is, as far as knowing what's going on with the spinoff. Because don't play the spinoff and you didn't play Uncharted 1, 2, 3, and 4, because then you're going to be lost. Like, who are these two women? Why are they doing what they're doing? Etc.
But
So,
I will say this: Uncharted is a damn good franchise.
oh yeah, definitely. And I do not expect
But
for them to close it anytime soon.
I enjoy those action puzzle games.
But is
Like Tomb Raider.
yeah,
I I love Tomb Raider. I haven't played the newest one, and I want to real bad, but I just haven't had money to get it. Uh, Hell, or even rent it from Redbox because I'm trying to pay, you know, what $6 to beat it in, a 24-hour period or something, 3 days.
True, true.
true that. Now, is there anything else before we conclude this podcast? Is there anything else want to state?
Yeah, I'll shout out to everybody and whatnot to our viewers. Go check out Netflix. They got an ass load of new movies and whatnot that I didn't even expect was to be on here, and they really stepped it up with the stand up comedies. It's really worth. Well, I pay $10. I think I paid like $10, $12. It's really worth $10, $12 to get Netflix. You will stay entertained. That's what I gotta say.
Oh yeah, I
I
definitely
ain't got
agree with
no
you on that.
motherfucking KODI. I
I,
thought somebody was about to say it.
I definitely agree with you on that. They definitely stepped their game up a whole lot. Like, they got a whole lot of new shows, and I love the fact that they got original series. But the only drawback as far as their original series is that if you pay attention and watch a lot of the Netflix originals and a lot of other shows that they promote that's in 4K, you notice a lot of them have the same damn actors. I find it amusing, but they rotate actors for different shows on Netflix. I don't have no problem with that, but that's just one of the things I picked up on. But other than that, like he said, there's a lot of new good shit that's on Netflix. So go ahead and check it out. And I love the fact that they promoting a lot of these shows that take place in the Roman time period, the cowboy time period, like 1800 time period. Like, I just love all those old school TV shows that they bringing back out in high res, or not necessarily in high res, but they bring it back out. I love my history, so that's definitely a plus out there. What about you, Cut? You got anything else you want
Motherfuckers
to
got
say?
a playlist.
Damn right,
Netflix didn't step their game up. They straight killed it
right.
with all this.
They got a 1990s playlist, the 1990s movies that I fucking grew up on. They got fucking heavyweights, my niggas. I'm sorry, my people.
Yeah,
They got heavyweights.
dude.
They got fucking Good Burger on this motherfucker.
Dude, yeah, they're they they're straight killing it. One thing I did want to bring up, I read last week that some Russian dudes actually hacked the what is it, the NES Classic. That's the new small NES system that comes with like 30 games.
Yeah, I've been trying to get my damn hands on that console for the longest. It doesn't look like I'm getting it anytime soon.
No, but uh, I was reading that there's two ways to hack it. There's one that takes an extremely long amount of time with coding and all this. There's also a way to do it by inserting a certain virus that breaks it. Um, both ways are extremely difficult, and both ways a high potential of just killing the system. So
You're turning your
there's a lot of
console into a brick.
yeah, there's a lot of people that are like, yeah, I can get 60 games instead of 30, but at the risk of losing a console that I had to pay over, retail price for. So I'm going to talk about that with the last podcast, but I didn't have time.
Yeah, just ask yourself, is it worth it?
Yeah.
But,
I don't think it's worth it.
Me neither. I don't want to risk turning my console into a brick. Same with the, for real.
But about the Netflix, I literally a year and a half after having it, I cut off the rent. You know how they'll mail you a disc, movie or whatever. I stopped that and I just went to streaming only, and I had to look back since.
Yeah, man, it's just I really like Netflix. Even the anime on Netflix is actually updated. They got Rurouni Kenshin on here. I would like to see Ghost Files.
Of Kenshin.
Huh?
They have, I think it was either 3 or 5 seasons of Kenshin on there.
Right. And I remember looking at that from Toonami, and I used to get so pissed off or whatnot when I couldn't view more episodes of it.
Hey, isn't that the guy with the red hair with the big ass sword? I mean, with the
the backwards
sword?
blade, yeah.
Yeah, backwards blade. I mean, yeah, I remember that. That's a classic. I'll never forget about that.
Detective Conan, or Conan the Detective. It's about a high school kid that wants to be a detective, and some shit happened and he got turned into a little kid, and he helps solve crimes. I first saw that on Adult Swim. Probably around 2002, 2003, and it's a great show. They have it on Netflix, but they don't have the first season, or the first part of where it how he turned into a kid and all that. But nonetheless, it's still a good show. Some of the original anime from Netflix are really good.
Oh yeah.
Sinbad the Pirate.
Bleach.
Well, Bleach isn't an original, but yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were just talking about in general.
Yeah, well, Bleach is one of my top 3 favorite anime of all time. I actually have a samurai tattoo that's inspired by Bleach.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler alert, if you guys haven't seen Bleach, the main protagonist in it has multiple transformations. One of them, he has a mask with 2 horns, and that's what I have on the samurai. A lot of the samurai,
That man said, spoiler alert. You know it's something serious when he said that.
In Imperial Japan, when the samurais were basically the guards and for the emperor and basically the police, when they went into battle, they always wore masks and stuff. But a Bleach mask.
Right. That's cool.
Right. That's dope as hell, man.
Hey, but just to go on a little bit more, actually, no, I'm gonna save it for next week. But yeah.
Yeah, let's not give him more.
That was a
much.
good podcast.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's not give him too much. Let's keep him coming.
Let's keep them coming.
Let's keep them coming. Yeah, we don't want to give them too much. I don't want to overdose.
Anybody's noticed I'm a bit of a when it comes to anime.
As a matter of fact, let's do our next podcast dedicated to anime. How's about that? Our next episode,
we can do that.
Episode 6, straight anime. Everybody, y'all listening? Straight anime. That's what we're gonna talk about, from Cowboy Bebop to Bleach. The best. We're gonna talk about the old school ones, and then we're gonna talk about the new school ones. Straight anime. So
Oh yeah.
that's definitely gonna be the hot topic next week. But
And of course, we'll have our regular news, and we'll have a little bit of tech news in the
just a little bit, but
start, just a little bit.
yeah, just a little bit. But thanks for rocking out with us. Thanks for listening to us, and please don't hesitate to like the video and please subscribe. Whatever you do, please subscribe. I would definitely keep y'all posted on all the news that I can possibly come up with or run into with. Cut. Is there anything else you want to say?
If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. Tag, you can say, hey, cutthroat. I have a question about this. I check out the comments quite often, and I'll reach out to you. Any questions that you may have, to the best of my ability.
What about you, Chris?
Same thing. Read the comments. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you very much. Check me out. Who is Aiden, or who is Aiden4673? I got some music for y'all. I got some new music for you guys, and yeah, just stay tuned to the podcast. We got a lot more content coming, and we may have some surprises for you guys in the future. We all come together and pitch in on something I think you guys would be very impressed with. And yeah, stay tuned.
Oh yeah, stay tuned. And again, I appreciate y'all listening and taking the time out to watching us. Y'all have a good one. This is Heartless over and out. Peace.